We're in a pinpoint weather alert. The bulk of the storm is past, but now we are dealing with the aftermath of widespread power outages, downed trees, and property damage. Good evening, I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. School was canceled for many local districts today since many of the roads were a mess. Let's give you a look at the power outage numbers right now. At last check, more than 51,000 customers affected in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, nearly 30,000 National Grid customers still in the dark, along with more than 200,000 Eversource customers in Eastern Mass.
And we have team coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca is standing by with the latest forecast.
Plus, 12 News reporters Brittany Schaefer and Rob Nesbitt will be with us in a moment. But first, let's send it over to Chelsea Jones live from Chapman's Avenue in Warwick, outside one home that was damaged. Chelsea?
Yeah, so Mike, as we came on the air just an hour ago at 4, these tree cutting crews had just gotten to the scene. There are 2 trees on top of this home, but I got to show you the progress. That first tree has basically been removed. You can see the stumps along the lawn there. There's a bucket truck here, Jaws, working to clear the debris that remains. And I've spoken to a lot of homeowners, both on and off camera today, many of whom are thankful they're alive to tell the story.
Oh my God, I feel like there's a shining star above me or a guardian angel or something, because it could have been so much worse.
With sunlight brings a different view of the damages the nor'easter brought to this area. Camille Terrell was sound asleep until she was awakened by a startling, unrecognizable sound.
I didn't know if a car rammed into a tree here or if a plane crashed.
But it wasn't either. It was this tree pulled from the root that came crashing on top of her bedroom. Not too far from her, a similar site on Greenwood Avenue, a tree lifted from the soil and now on the side of this home with crews already working to clear the debris. And just up the road in Warwick, another site of what the nor'easter left behind. Just look at this tree completely removed from its base. And if you get a look at the front yard here, snapped tree branches lay all across the lawn. Streetlights blink, causing students to attend class from home.
Would have been hard with parents and school buses out on the road.
Now the mayor is asking for patience as crews work to get things back up and running. So no word yet on if students will return to the classroom tomorrow, but we do have calls and emails out to the superintendent to learn what's going to happen there. But now we want to continue our coverage and send things out to southeastern Mass, where 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer has been surveying the damage. She joins us now live from Dartmouth.
Been out here on North Quarry Street all this morning, and because of all the widespread damage in southeastern Massachusetts, crews have not been able to get here yet. The wind knocking down this massive tree and also taking down the power lines, leaving this neighborhood without power and trapped. The sound of chainsaws and generators surround southeastern Massachusetts following the first nor'easter of the season. High winds taking out trees and electricity, leaving thousands without power, including Farm and Coast Market. The Dartmouth restaurant and shop moved perishable food into coolers run by generators. General Manager Jody Cody tells me they had to take sales old school Wednesday.
Old school, shop if you have money with you, great. If you don't, come back and pay us tomorrow. Pretty much everything on the South Coast is without any type of power.
That includes North Quarry Street residents. A massive tree wiped out power lines to the neighborhood, but is also blocking them in.
We also reached out to Eversource, so now it's kind of a waiting game because, as you can see, it's a one-way, so we're kind of trapped in the house until someone can help.
Trees also forcing drivers to take different routes, others not able to drive at all.
I was in shock. You never prepare for something like that.
And in New Bedford, the wind putting a small plane in flight with no pilot. New Bedford airport officials tell us the estimated 500-pound aircraft was securely tied down on the other side of the fence.
Airplanes are meant to fly, so the wind got under the wings and just created lift as an airplane does when it takes off.
And beyond this tree on Quarry Street, Kochman tells me another tree fell on her front yard. Because she doesn't have power and no heat, she says she's actually going to use the tree as firewood to make a fire tonight to stay warm throughout the night. She did not get an update from Eversource on when they might be able to come out here to restore power. In Dartmouth, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.
Bringing you more pinpoint weather team coverage now. 12 News reporter Rob Nesbitt spoke with a man who had a tree come through his home in Middletown today. He joins us now live with what that homeowner had to say about the scary experience. Rob?
Well, Mike, residents here in Forest Park in Middletown, they heard a large crash just after 6 a.m. and here's why. This large tree coming down in the early morning hours, it came down and toppled onto this house first. That has the most extensive damage, but that's not it. It then also crashed into the house next door. I talked to a gentleman who had a branch go right through his roof and come down into his house. It also crashed onto the two vehicles parked in the driveway here. I actually have one of the homeowners here with me live. This is Herb Smith, correct, Herb?
Herb Smith.
You live here, right, Herb? What happened exactly? What time did you hear the tree come down?
Well, we were getting up for getting ready for work. 5:30.
Yep.
The wind came through. One big gust come. My trailer went like this. My girlfriend come running down the alley and said a tree came through our roof. I come out and the tree came through the roof, and one heck of a noise. It was just scary.
So you were home at the time when it happened.
Yeah.
Is this common? Have you had trees come down in this area before?
It's the first time, from what the park told me, it's the first time that this has ever happened, trees falling on a trailer.
So what's next? Obviously, you know, you want to get this cleaned up. I've talked to people with different public works departments around the state about what they're doing. Any idea how you're going to be able to get this tree off this home?
Well, we're going to go through the insurances, of course, and that's going to take some time, of course, and we'll have to go from there. Yeah. You know, we're going to have to go through. I want this tree off so I can get my truck from underneath the mess. That's another mess I'm into.
Yeah. Herb, no one was hurt though, right?
No, everybody got it. I got everybody out safe.
Red Cross is behind assisting.
Helping us out.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Thanks for talking with us, Herb. I appreciate it. Obviously, extensive damage. Thank you. Extensive damage because of this storm. It's a real serious problem for a lot of people. Coming up on 12 News at 6, I'm going to talk about what Public Works says with the timing of cleanup and how long they expect it to take. Reporting live in Middletown, I'm Rob Nesbitt, 12 News.